Hi everyone, my name is Priyanka and I am back with another topic of art and culture. So today we will take puppetry in India. So guys, as you can see in the screen that these news clippings which I have collected mostly from the Hindu newspaper that the puppetry has been constantly in the news in the year of 2019 as well as in the 2020. Also guys, most recently Dhatu Puppetry International Festival was held at Bangalore. Due to that also it becomes an important topic to cover from our examination purpose. Also guys, as you can see in this particular article taken from the Hindu newspaper, some of the important examples of puppetry art has been mentioned such as Bombalata, Pavakuttu, Bombalatam, Kundehi from Odisha, Ravanshaya, Putalnach and Katputli. So I have decided that along with the current affair, I will take this particular topic in a comprehensive yet precise manner so that by the end of this particular video, one of your part of art and culture is completed. So let's begin. So, firstly, we will see a brief intro about the puppetry art, and after that, we will see the themes as well as the types. So, guys, puppetry is basically a performing theater art form. So, basically, in this particular art, there are two most important things. The first thing is that there need to be one inanimate object, which is known as puppet. And the second thing that there need to be one puppeteer or the player who will manipulate these puppets, and by using the movement of his hands and arms it will try to enact a story. Now friends, if we will talk about the terminology, then the word comes from putika or putlika, which means little son, and the English word puppetry comes from a Latin word pupa, which means a doll. Now if we will talk about the evidences of puppetry which is found in India, then it goes back to Indus Valley civilization, where the archaeologists they have unearthed a terracotta doll with a head which is detachable, so it can be manipulated by the strings. And apart from this civilization, the reference of puppetry is also recorded in epic like Mahabharata, Ramayana, as well as in the Buddhist text and in the early works like Kama Sutra and Shastra. But if we will talk about the earliest written reference of the puppetry art, then it is found in Tamil epic name Silapadikaram, which was written around the 1st and 2nd century BC. Now, guys, if we will talk about the themes of the puppetry art, then most of the stories are taken from Purana. Local myths and legend stories are also depicted apart from the Mahabharata and Ramayana. And also remember, guys, that there are different varieties of puppet and they are made of wide range of material. Now we will see how many types of puppetry are found in India. Now, friends, if we will talk about the types of puppetry in India, then different part of the country have their own identity because regional element like music, painting, dance, drama, etc. they differ from region to region basis. So basically in India, four type of puppetry is found. The first one is the string puppet, then shadow puppet, then rod puppet, and then glove puppet. So, friends, before starting the forms or the types of puppetry which are found in India, you have to keep two things in your mind. The first one is that there will be so much confusion with the name of these puppetry which are found in different states. But these are not difficult if you will pay attention, that they are very easy to remember. And the second thing that each of these form of puppetry have one specific feature which can be remembered from their name itself. So if there is a string puppet, so they are manipulated by the use of strings. If they are shadow puppets, so they are performed by casting the shadow on the curtain. If they are rod puppets, then they are manipulated by the use of rods, and if they are glove puppets, then they are manipulated by the movement of hands or the palm. So let's begin with the string puppets of India. So friends, string puppets are also known as marionette, and there are some common features which can be found all over the states. So first thing is that these puppets will have a jointed limbs which can easily be controlled or manipulated by the use of strings, and just because of that these type of puppets are the most articulate form of puppetry. And in this particular type of puppetry, usually the material such as cloth, wood, cotton, paint, etc. are used. And this type of puppetry flourished in the region of Rajasthan, Odisha, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. So now we will see the state-wise example of string puppetry. So guys, our first example is taken from Rajasthan state. Here the string puppetries are known as Katputli. Katputli is actually derived from the word kat, which means wood, and putli, which means doll. So basically Katputli means a puppet which is entirely made from wood. However, it is made out of wood, cotton cloth and metal wire. Guys, one of the specific feature of this Katputli puppets are that there is absence of leg, but due to the skirt it gives an impression of the legs. So please remember that feature. And also guys, as I have told you that due to the regional elements, different type of regions have different type of puppetry. So in this type of puppetry you will see that the colorful costumes are actually derived from medieval style of Rajasthani dress. Also friends, in this particular type of puppetry, there are some distinct facial features such as oval faces, large eyes, arched eyebrows, and large lips. And also, friends, these puppetry are actually manipulated with the use of 2 to 5 strings, which are normally tied to the puppeteer's fingers. Also, friend, it is believed that around 1500 years ago, the tribal Rajasthani community Bhatt has started using Katputli as marinade art. And apart from being a source of entertainment, these puppetry are also important as they provide moral as well as social education, because through their performance they show the problems such as dowry system, poverty, illiteracy, unemployment, etc. So guys, this was all about the Katputli. Now we will move to another example of string puppetry. So friends, our next string puppetry is from Odisha state. Here the string puppetries are known as Kundehi. So please remember this term. Why I am telling you this? Because Kundehi is actually of three types. The first one is Sakhi Kundehi, and the second one is Kathi Kundehi, and the third one is Gop Leela Kundehi. The Sakhi Kundehi is actually glove puppet, the Kathi Kundehi is actually the rod puppet, and the Gop Leela Kundehi is actually a string puppet. So in this Gop Leela Kundehi, usually the story of Radha and Krishna is performed. Now coming to the features, these puppetry are also made from light wood, and just like Rajasthani, these puppetry also don't have any leg. So the dress itself gives the impression of the legs to these figures, and these puppetry have more joint, and therefore it is more articulate form of puppetry. And the costume of these Kundehi puppets are actually similar to the costume of Jatra play, which is one of the famous folk theatre of Odisha state. Also, guys, the music is actually influenced by the Odissi dance, which is one of the Indian classical dance from Odisha state. So, guys, this was all about the Kundehi from Odisha state. Now we will move to another example of string puppet. So friends, now we will take the example from Karnataka state. Here the string puppetry are known as Gomyata. And in the Karnataka itself, in the different area, these string puppetry are known with the different name. Like Sutrada Gomyata in southern Mysore region, Gomyata in north, and Yakshgan in coastal district of Karnataka. Now, coming to the features of this particular puppetry, so these string puppetries are up to 1 meter height and they weigh around 6 to 8 kilogram. And also, guys, as you can see in this particular picture, the costumes and the design is actually derived from the Yakshgan, which is one of the traditional theatre form of Karnataka region. Also friends, these puppets are actually manipulated with the use of 5 to 7 black string, and some of the complicated movement of these puppets are manipulated by 2 to 3 puppeteers at one time. And if we will talk about the themes, then the stories are actually taken from the Yakshigan play, and also some of the themes are drawn from epic like Mahabharata and Ramayana, as well as from the Purana. So guys, this was all about Gomyata. Now we will move to another string puppetry example. Now, friends, the another string puppet is from Tamil Nadu state. Here, the string puppetries are known as Bomlatam. Before moving forward, guys, please pay attention here that Bomlatam is actually similar to another term which is Bomlata. But the Bomlata is a puppetry art form which belongs to Andhra Pradesh state, not from the Tamil Nadu state. So, how you will remember this similar word? So, as you can see in the Bomlatam, the last alphabet is M. So from Madurai, you can remember the Tamil Nadu state. And in Bombalata, the last alphabet is A. So from there, you can remember it belongs to Andhra Pradesh state. I hope this confusion is clear. So now we will see the Bomalatam. So now friends, Bomlatam actually means doll dance, and it is not a true form of string puppet, rather it is a combination of both rod as well as the string puppets. Here guys, the strings which are actually is attached to the figure are borne by the puppeteer's head, and the rods which are attached to the puppet's hands are actually manipulated from the above. Now guys, please remember this feature that Bomalatam is actually the largest and the heaviest string puppet found in India because it is about 90 centimeter height and weigh over 10 kilogram. Now friends, Bomalatam art is actually said to be patronized by the king of Tanjavur during the 18th and 19th century, and it was traditionally performed in the villages to ensure rain as well as to please deities so that the outbreak of diseases can be prevented. Also, if we will talk about the style of these puppets, then they are actually influenced by the Bharatnatyam, which is one of the Indian classical dance belong from Tamil Nadu state. And these puppets are actually decorated with beautiful headgear as well as with the gorgeous costume. And the themes of these puppets are actually adopted from Ramayana as well as from the Mahabharata. So guys, this was all about the Bomalatam from Tamil Nadu. Now we will move to another example of a string puppet. Now friends, another example of string puppet is from Maharashtra state. Here the string puppetries are known as Kala Sutri Bahulya. Kala Sutri actually means string and Bahulya actually means puppets. So these puppets are also made out of wood, and just like the Katputli, they also don't have leg and they wear a long skirt which gives an illusion of lower body. These puppetry forms are actually believed to be operated or the manipulated by using only three strings which are attached to the puppets, and they are controlled by the manipulator or the puppeteers. Also friends, it is believed that these Kala Sutri Bahulya art was actually originated in the Rajasthan Gujarat area, but later the puppeteers have migrated to Maharashtra. So in this particular performance, many episodes of Ramayana is played, beginning with the account of birth of Ram and ending with the killing of Ravan. So guys, this was all about the Kala Sutri Bahulya from Maharashtra state. Now we will move to another string puppetry example. Now, friends, we will take another example of a string puppetry form from Assam state. Here, the string puppetries are known as Putul Nach. Please remember that Putul Nach is also the term used for rod puppetry form from West Bengal state. So, if question comes about Putul Nach, that it belongs to which state? So, West Bengal as well as Assam is the correct answer. So, the Putul Nach in Assam is string puppet form, while in West Bengal it is a rod puppet form. Now we will see about the string puppetry form. So friends, as I have told you that due to the regional element, one particular art form varies from one region to another region. So in Assam itself, the Putul Nach is known by three different names. So the first one is Putul Bahoria. Guys, Bahoria is a folk art form that belongs to lower Assam region. So due to the similarity to this particular folk art form, here the Putul Nach known as Putul Bahoria. While if we will talk about Upper Assam region, mainly in the monasteries of Majuli. So here, as the art form have the similarity to the Bhauna in costume, story, as well as in the presentation style. So here, the Putul Nach is known as Putul Bahuna. Guys, about Majuli as well as of Bhauna, we have already discussed in our previous lecture. Majuli is world's largest riverine island and it is an important center for Assam Vaishno culture as well as of the Bhauna culture. Now guys, the third category of Putul Nach in Assam state is found in Kalai Gaon region. Here the art form is actually influenced by the mobile theatre which is also known as Brahman. So this was the three categorization of Putul Nach in Assam. Now we will see the characteristics of Putul Nach. So guys, just like the other string puppetry form, these are also made of light wood and they also perform without leg. Here also long garments are used which gives an impression of the puppet's lower part. And as we have discussed that in Upper Assam, these puppetry art form are influenced by the Bhauna. So their costumes are like the live performer of Bhauna art. And also friend, khol, flute as cymbal are the main folk instrument which are used during the performance of Putul Nach. So guys, this was all about the string puppet example. We have covered 6 examples. The first one was Kataputli from Rajasthan state, second Kundehi from Odisha, third Gombeata from Karnataka, fourth Bombalatam from Tamil Nadu, fifth Kalasutri Bahulia from Maharashtra, and the last one was Putul Nach from Assam state. Now we will move forward for another form of puppetry, that is shadow puppets. So, friends, shadow puppet is actually considered to be one of the oldest form of puppetry. And here, these puppets are just like a flat figure which are cut out from a leather or the hide of animal skin. Then they will be dyed in a different color and then it will be treated to make it translucent. So, in order to reflect the shadow of these flat figures, a bright source of light is kept behind a screen. And behind this screen, puppeteers manipulate these flat figures, and the act of these puppets are reflected on this white screen. So the tradition of shadow puppets actually survive in the state Odisha, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. So now we will see the examples of these shadow puppets. So friends, our first example of shadow puppet is from Karnataka state. Here, these puppets are known as Togalu Gumiata. Guys, Gumiata word we have already seen when we were discussing about string puppetry form of Karnataka. So guys, when the word Togalu is added, then it become a shadow puppetry form. Togalu actually means leather. So on the basis of size of these puppets, there are two distinct style of Togalu Gumiata. The first one is Chika, that means a small figure, which is found in the Mysore, Bellary, Bijapur region. These figures are manipulated while seated. The another form is Doda, that means big figures, which is mainly found in the border region of Andhra Pradesh. Here, these figures are manipulated while standing. Also, friends, variation of these puppet size is actually based on a social status. Here, the king and religious figures are mainly characterized by large puppets, while the common people are shown by a smaller puppets. Now, friends, performance of these Togalu Gumiata are actually held on an enclosed stage which is set outside the village or in the temple courtyard. And for stories to enact, they rely on Ramayan, Bhagavad Puran, as well as on the folk tale of this particular region. But recently, a personalities like Mahatma Gandhi has also been created by using these puppets. Also, friends, in this puppet, usually the music is provided by the harmonium. And for the manipulation of these puppets, usually the sticks as well as the strings are used. So guys, this was all about Togalu Gumiata. Now we will move to another example of shadow puppet. Now, friends, our next example of shadow puppet is from Andhra Pradesh state. Here, the shadow puppets are known as Tholu Bomlata. Guys, when we were discussing about Bomlatam string puppetry from Tamil Nadu state, that time only I have mentioned you the distinction between Bomlata as well as Bomlatam. When the word is ending with A, that means it belongs to Andhra Pradesh state. When it is ending with M, that belongs to Tamil Nadu state. So Tholu actually means leather and Bomlata actually means puppet dance. So here also these puppets are made out of leather. So now we will see the features of Tholu Bomlata. So guys, the first feature is that they are colored on the both sides so that they throw colored shadow on the screen. And the second feature is that these puppets are very large in size, mainly up to 1.8-meter height, and they are usually made out of goat skin. And for the manipulation of these puppets, usually 7 to 8 member group are required. And for the performance of these puppet art form, usually the stories are taken from Ramayana as well as Mahabharata. Also, guys, it is believed that Tholu Bomalata was traditionally performed during the Shivratri, mainly outside the Shiva temple. Also, remember, guys, that Andhra Pradesh leather puppetry has also got geographical tag in 2008. Now, friends, recently in the Hindu newspaper, Nimala Kunda leather puppetry has been mentioned. So, guys, Nimala Kunda is actually a small town which is located in the Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh, and this is an artistic village as most of this village families are involved in leather puppet making. Guys, now the basic material of these puppet has changed from goat skin to synthetic leather, and also instead of use of natural dyes, now the water based chemical colors are used. So guys, this was all about Tholu Bumalata. Now we'll move to another example of shadow puppet. Now friends, we will take the example of shadow puppet from Odisha state. Here the shadow puppets are known as Ravan Chaya, which literally means shadow of Ravan. So guys, the show takes its name from Ravan, who was the demon king, because it believed that Ram, being a god, cast no shadow. Also, friends, it is believed that these art forms are mainly performed by Bhat community. Now, guys, this particular shadow art form has some distinct feature. The first feature is that the dramatic figures are mainly made from almost opaque puppet which are made from animal skin. Now guys, please remember that in this particular shadow puppet, usually the divine character are made from deer skin while the other figures are made from the skin of goat as well as from sheep. Another feature is that in these puppets are usually there is no joints. They are made in one piece. Usually the size varies from 20 centimeter to 60 centimeter. Another important feature of these puppets are that apart from human and animal puppet, they also use trees, mountain, chariot, etc. in order to create a strong screen picture. And the stories are adopted from Odia version of Ramayana that is known as Vichitra Ramayana. But guys, in the recent year, the theme as well as the content of this particular art form has been changed. Now we'll move to another example of shadow puppet. Now, friends, we will take another example from Kerala state. Here, the shadow puppetries are known as Tholpawa Kothu. Guys, recently it was in news as Indian Institute of Science has presented a shadow puppetry show. So, guys, in Malayalam, Thol means leather, Pawa means doll, and Kothu means play. So, basically, it is a leather doll play, and it is believed that this particular art form has been originated as 1200 years ago. Guys, this shadow puppet is actually performed using the mythological figures along with the use of lamp behind the screen, and typically it is presented for 7, 14, as well as up to 41 days as an offering to the temple which is dedicated to goddess Bhadrakali. So guys, as per the mythology, it is mentioned that Bhadrakali goddess was busy killing demon Darikasur. So she missed the watching defeat of Ravan by Ram god. So through this particular art form, the defeat of Raman is presented to goddess Bhadrakali. Now, friends, this art form is traditionally performed by Vilala Chetty Nair as well as Ganaka community of Kerala. And if they have extensive knowledge of these puppetry, then they are also given the honorable title name Pulavar. And in order to become a puppetry artist, one must study for 15 years and need to be well versed in Puran as well as Shastra so that he can be competent enough to be speak fluently on that particular topic. Also, friends, Thola Pava Kattu puppets are actually made of deer skin, and for the performance of this particular show, a permanent stage is set up which faces the goddess image, and also 21 coconut oil lamps are usually illuminate the screen. And friends, about 5 or more puppeteers usually perform this particular show. So guys, this was all about Thola Pava Kittu of Kerala state. Now we will move to another example. So friends, our next example is Charma Bahulia Nat from Maharashtra. It is a shadow puppetry form which has been recently in news. So guys, it is also known as Chamdiyacha Bahulia. Bahulia we have already seen during the string puppetry form. It belongs to Maharashtra state. So from there, please remember that Charma Bahulia Nat also belongs to Maharashtra state. Friend, this particular leather puppetry is performed by Thakar community and it is believed that bark cloth or the paper puppet play was precursor to the leather shadow figures. Guys, these puppets are made out of leather beaten paper thin and they are painted by natural dyes. And also they performed usually at night backlit by huge oil lamp. So friends, this was all about shadow puppetry form. We have seen 5 examples. The first one was Togalu Gombiata from Karnataka state. The second one was Tholu Bomalata from Andhra Pradesh. Third, Ravan Chaya from Odisha. Fourth, Thol Pava Kuthu from Kerala state. And the fifth and the last one was Charma Bahuli Nat from Maharashtra state. So now we will move to another puppetry art form. Friends, next type of puppet is known as rod puppet. They are the cutout figure which are mainly controlled by wooden or the metal sticks below the stage. These puppets are said to be the extension of the glove puppet, but they are larger in size. And these puppet art form has been centered around Jharkhand, Odisha, and West Bengal. So now we will see the examples of these particular puppet form. So friends, now we will take the first example of rod puppet. The first one is Putul Nach from West Bengal. When we were discussing about the Assam string puppet, that time I have told you that in Assam Putul Nach is string puppet form and in West Bengal the Putul Nach is rod puppet form. So these rod puppet are usually up to 1.2 meter tall and they weigh around 5 to 10 kilogram. Guys, as you can see in this particular picture that a rod is passing through the body and which is supporting the head as well as the arms. And just like a string puppet, these also don't have legs, but the impression of lower body is created by the skirt or the garment. Guys, this particular putul nach is also known as dang putul nach. Dang in Bengali actually means rod. Friends, in this rod puppet, you will see that in the costume themes as well as in the script and enactment, there is great influence of Jatra, which is a traditional theater form of Bengal. And also, guys, they are entirely carved out of wood and usually they have 3 joints, which is supported by the rod. Guys, in this rod puppet, usually the face is coated with the clay and cloth layer. And in Nadia district of West Bengal, earlier human size like puppet were used to make just like the Banraku puppet of Japan. But now this form is extinct. So guys, this was all about Putul Nach rod puppet. Now we will move to next example. So friends, now we will take another example of rod puppet from Odisha state. Here the rod puppets are known as Kathi Kundehi. So guys, during the discussion of string puppetry form from Odisha state, I have told you to remember the name Kundehi, and I have also told you that there are three forms of puppet. The first one was Sakhi Kundehi, the second one was Kati Kundehi, and the third one was Goplila Kundehi. So Goplila Kundehi was a string puppet which we have already covered, and we have mentioned about that the Sakhi Kundehi is actually the glove puppet and the Kathi Kundehi is a rod puppet. So now we will discuss the Kathi Kundehi. Guys, Kati Kundehi are actually much smaller in size and they mostly have three joints. But guys, here the hands instead of tied with a rod, they are tied with string. So basically they have both the element rod as well as of the string puppet. And if we will talk about the themes, then the stories are mainly taken from Ramayana and also goddess Durga story is performed. Guys, one different feature that the technique of manipulation of Kathi Kundehi is very different, as here the puppeteers usually squat on the ground behind the screen and then they manipulate, and also most of the dialogues of the performance are usually sung with the use of Odissi tunes. So friends, this was all about Kathi Kundehi. Now we will move to another example. So friends, now we will take another example of rod puppet from Bihar state. Here the rod puppets are known as Yampuri. Guys, Yampuri is actually the amalgamation of two words. Yam means god of death and the Puri means ado. So in this puppetry, usually the main characters are the Lord Yam and his messenger Chitragupta. And friends, one of the important feature that these puppets are unlike the West Bengal and the Odisha puppets, as they are in one piece and they have no joints. So the manipulation of these puppets require a great skill. Also, friend, the classical as well as the folk music of this particular region serves during the performance. So, guys, this was all about the rod puppet. We have completed three examples of rod puppet. The first rod puppet we have taken was Putul Naach from West Bengal. The second was Kathi Kundehi from Odisha. The third one was Yampuri from Bihar. So now we will move to fourth form of puppet, that is glove puppetry. So, friends, just like the glove, these puppets are also worn on the hand, and the middle finger as well as the thumb act as the hand of the puppet, while the index finger are used to act as a head. So, as the hand as well as the palm is used for the manipulation of these puppet, they are also known as the hand puppet or the palm puppets. So, guys, in this particular performance, one puppeteer can perform with two puppets at one time. Also, guys, glove puppeteer is a narrator, singer, as well as the actor, as it also provides the dialogue for both the puppets. So, guys, the tradition of glove puppets in India is popular in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, and in Kerala. Now, friends, in Uttar Pradesh, glove puppets usually perform on the basis of social themes, while in Odisha, such plays are based on the stories of Radha and Krishna. So, friends, now we will see some of the important examples of glove puppet that belongs to the state of West Bengal as well as of the Kerala. So friends, now we will take the example of glove puppet from West Bengal state. Here the glove puppets are known as Beni Putal. Earlier, we have discussed about the rod puppet Putul Nach or the Dang Putul Nach from West Bengal. So, guys, Beni Putul performance are mainly concentrated in the region of Midnipur district of West Bengal. And in this particular type of performance, there is no set format for the movement, and there is also no stage. Guys, these are performed by one or two puppeteers who usually travel from one village to another village. And guys, one important feature that in this particular type of puppet, usually the head portion is made out of terracotta or the paper mache, but the hands of these puppets are always made out of wood, just because they are clapped together to maintain the brisk rhythm or the fast rhythm. So, guys, this was all about the Beni Putal from West Bengal. Now we'll move to another example. So friends, now we will take the example of another glove puppet from Kerala state. Here, the puppet are known as Pava Kothu. Also, they are known as Pava Kathakali. Earlier, guys, we have discussed about Thol Pava Kothu from Kerala state, which was the shadow puppet. So, guys, Pava Kathakali name is actually derived due to the similarity of the costume as well as the designing of these puppets with the Kathakali, which is the Indian classical dance form from Kerala state. Here, friends, the important feature is the facial makeup as well as the headgear and colorful costume. The themes of these puppets are actually based on the episodes of Ramayana as well as of the Mahabharata. Also, the height of these puppets are vary from 30 to 60 centimeter and they are carved out of wood. Guys, the efforts for the revival was taken by the Sangeet Natak Akademi under the leadership of Kamla Devi Chattopadhyay. So friends, we have completed all four types of puppets which are found in India, that is string, shadow, rod as well as of the glove puppet. I hope you will like the lecture. Thank you so much.